Okay. Hey, Charlotte Reed, welcome to the ranch. Has someone pushed your buttons lately? Maybe something someone said or someone's action triggered you and you were just like this and just wanted to, Okay, this happened for me and I want to share with you this story and how I overcame this so that I got rid of that frustration and that dark and heaviness with a simple aura clearing. Okay, this is a cool technique and I can't believe that I had totally forgotten about this because now I'm just like, duh! But it came up for me this morning to, hello Charlotte, you need to clear your aura. Thank you for that wonderful book by Connie Boucher. Great book on chakras and auras, and it reminded me, oh my goodness, you need to clear this up so you can let go of this. So on Sunday, a couple of ladies were talking and something they said triggered me. I mean, I literally felt my energy and vibrations just drop and my anger rose and I was like, oh, and my frustration. I was in a dark place. And as I walked out of church, I'm like, hey, why did that trigger me? What is going on? This is really weird. Because usually stuff just rolls off me and I don't get bothered by it. Usually stuff just doesn't even bother me. I'm just like in my own zone, right? And I'm high frequency, high vibration, feeling awesome. But on Sunday, it's like, whatever that was too much, couldn't handle anymore, and I dropped into a really dark, sad, lonely, miserable, hopeless, frustrated, dark place. I hit a deep depression. And for the next few days, I wallowed in that. And it was dark, and I could barely function. I ended up sleeping a lot and eating kind of horribly, and it was not a good place. Until this morning, the whole time I'm wondering, like, why? What's going on with me? Like, a week ago I was awesome, I was on top of the world. Why? Not only did I hit my upper limit, right, but I also hit my limit of negative attachments. So this morning, I prayed for help. And I said, Lord, please help me. Because this isn't fun. It's not good. And I can do better. And I want to be better. So I asked for help. I asked for more love and light and knowledge. And it came. So here's this book. It showed up for me. And I read it. And I was like, oh, you know this. Do it. Okay, so it's called an aura clearing. So we have auras, you know, kind of like our chakras. See more information on another video, especially about kids and auras these days. Fascinating how many children these days have many spiritual gifts that can see auras, and whoa, that's super cool. I love working with kids that have those awesome spiritual gifts. So we have this aura, and sometimes we need to clear it, right? Okay, if we find that people have pushed our buttons or triggered us, chances are we have some negative attachments. Okay, what happens is people form these negative attachments. They don't mean to, usually. It's subconscious, and they just attach to us. Like they get mad and they like throw out a hook or a barb or a dart. Or sometimes they're just so low of energy themselves that they'll just want to suck our own energy, right? So here's how we watch out for this. Well, to clear it, sorry, watching out for it is a separate video. Watch that video on protecting ourselves and setting up our rules of protection and our energetic boundaries. Okay, so basically we need to determine first if we have negative attachments in the first place. So muscle test, and I tested and I found so many negative attachments that I'm like, oh my heck, no wonder something triggered me. It's like I had just kept building and building and building, and finally I hit that limit. And I'm like, my body was like, no more. My spirit was like, done. Cannot handle any more of these negative attachments. Get rid of them, please. Help. So yes, I determined I had negative attachments, and then I asked, okay, who am I negatively attached with? Who can I help to clear this aura? Who do I need to let go of? And so, or who do I have who's attached to me that I can let go of? So these names came up, so I'm writing them down so I can address each one because the names just came up and I just wrote a list. If you just ask, literally, you will have the names and the stories. They will come up. And I found that each one has a story or an incident on someone. Some I was helping with energy work, or some I was, just in a conversation with, and they all had attachments to me. The cool thing next is that you can then ask, what kind of attachment is it? Okay, because some of them, they will just give their burdens to you. Just take my burden, thanks. The other ones will be sponges. Okay, they'll just sponge. Okay, some of them will be straws that I like to just suck the energy. Okay, some of them are, the darts. Some of them are hooks and barbs and swords to stab. Anyway, just think of all these. They're painful words, aren't they? They hurt. Well, they do. They really hurt. Whether someone means to do this or not, stealing someone else's energy, sucking that is not good. That's going to harm you. So we can get rid of that. We can clear this up. So once we determine the person and how, what the story with it, and then how to clear it, is this. You just picture the person and that attachment, and you can picture where it comes to on you. And you'll picture that. And so, for instance, one lady, she didn't like something that I said, so she had stabbed her energy here, like she had literally gone and sent this stab, and it was right here in my throat chakra. So I pictured that, and I pictured my energy just kind of sinking back, flowing away from it, and it just being kind of pulled out carefully, and then I'm going to sweep it away to her, sweeping her little energy barb and dart and back to her. And then I got all of them from her, and I sent them back to her. Now, this is the part where we ask Christ to help bring in love and light. Okay, so we bring in love and light to her, to me, to help heal up this wound, to her. Sent her all her stuff with her, put her in a little package, put her in her bubble, put me in my bubble. This is our good and safe energy bubble to protect us and keep us safe. Put her in her bubble, and I'm in mine. Okay, once she's in her bubble, we can zip her up, and we send her to Christ so that he can take care of her and help her with her healing. This way, she's taken care of, that I don't have to worry anymore. She's in a good place. He loves her. He will take care of her. Yes, I sent her love and healing. Another cool thing you can say at that moment is, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And send her up to Christ. And then once she's there, you'll notice those attachments are gone. Okay, then you can move on to the next person and think of wherever they're attached to you. Take out the attachments, sweep them away to the person, put them in their bubble, zip them up, send them to Christ. Okay, you can do that for each and every one. It took me about 45 minutes to clear for my several dozen negative attachments that I was dealing with. You know, you may only have a few, you may have a lot. Whatever it takes, whatever it feels like. It's interesting, though, that subconsciously I was fighting it, clearing up these negative attachments, like I had saved the toughest one for last. And when I got to the toughest one, one of the ladies who had triggered me most recently, is that I found many negative attachments with her, and it made me physically sick, and it was sad. So I sent her love and healing to her, and I sent her on to Christ after I had cleaned up my stuff, and I told her that I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, because it works both ways. So after we clean it up, I took this huge deep breath after that 45-minute session, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm a new person. I felt the love and the light, the high frequency come back up, and I just got so excited because I wanted to share this with you on the video so that you can have similar results. I invite you to try this aura clearing. Please clear up these negative attachments, to get rid of them, to clean them up so that you can be at a high vibration, high frequency, so that people don't trigger you, so that people don't push your buttons, so that you can just take it and roll with it, because you are in a higher place and it's just going to bounce off. Okay, Charlotte Reed, sending you love and light. May you enjoy a healthy and clear aura too. Charlotte Reed saying love you, bye-bye.